Hey, it's Rob. So you have an EV, but it's not a Tesla, and you want to charge at one of these guys because number one, they're everywhere, and number two, they're super reliable. Well, I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. It's all coming right up.
All right, hey guys. First thing you need to figure out is what type of connector your car has, and this one is a CCS1, which is the most common. The other type would be a Tesla native connector NACS. That's this one here. If you have the first type, you're going to need an adapter. I recommend getting a high quality adapter, something like this Electron, which was supplied to me by the company. Super good quality, heavy duty. Um, Very heavy actually, so you know it's got a lot of quality conductive materials built into it. The cheap ones could damage your car, or they could melt or have other issues. I've heard of fires and all kinds of bad stuff. So get yourself a good one. I got links in the description below for this one. And once you have a connector, you can move on to the next step. All right, guys, the next thing you want to do is download the Tesla app. Grab that, jump in it, create an account if you don't have an account already. And once your account is created and you can get to the home screen, you're going to want to add a payment method and you want to add your vehicle. So jump to the upper right hand corner and click on that hamburger icon. And then we're going to click on charging. And under manage payment, you can add a credit card, and then vehicle details, you're going to add your vehicle. Tesla only supports a number of vehicles that are allowed to use the Supercharger network. So when you press that plus icon, you're going to be able to pick the vehicle you have and add it in there. Now, if you don't see your vehicle, that means Tesla doesn't support it. So you're going to fill out your make, your model, your year. It's going to ask you if you have a NACS adapter or a NACS connector. And once you've filled out that information, you're good to go. So step 5, getting to a supercharger is pretty easy. Most of the apps support showing you where the nearest charging station is. You can look it up that way, or you can just type in supercharger into Google or Apple Maps or whatever you have, and most of them will show you the nearest superchargers that are available. Pulling into a Tesla supercharger sounds straightforward, but it's actually not, because most CCS1 cars are not designed for Tesla superchargers. So you have your charger on the driver's side front. That is the opposite of where Teslas have them, which is the driver's side rear. So when you're looking at coming into a stall, you're actually going to have to use two stalls to park your car, because in a Tesla supercharger situation, you're going to have to use the neighbor's stall to actually charge your car, and you'll be blocking the charger that is meant for the spot that you're in. So by taking up two spots at a busy supercharger, you're not going to make a lot of friends. So I suggest just getting in quickly, parking, get your charging done, and get out of the way. Another thing you want to do as you're pulling up is get in real tight, because these supercharger cables are very short, only about 6 feet long. So you're going to need to really get up close to them to be able to reach your charging door. All right, once you get yourself parked, you want to grab your adapter and then go outside and plug your car in. You're going to grab the supercharger cable, and then you're going to connect the adapter to it. Once you've got that assembly ready, go ahead and plug it into your car. Alternately, what you could do is just plug in the adapter first, then plug the supercharger into the adapter. I didn't seem to have it make a difference no matter which way you did it. It still seemed to work just fine with this adapter. Okay, one last thing you're going to want to do is take note of the Tesla supercharger number that you're plugged into. You will need that in the next step. All right, let's jump back inside the car, break out the Tesla app, and let's get supercharging. All right, from the home screen, click on the hamburger icon in the top right corner. Then you're going to scroll down to charge your other EV. Click there. You have to find the location that you're currently parked at, so locate it on the map, and then click charge here. All right, the next step is to find your post number on the screen. Ours is 2B, and you'll see that it's grayed out. That's because we're already plugged in, so when you click on it, it's going to tell you that it may be in use, but it's in use by us, so we're good. We're going to click on that. We're going to hit start charging, and then eventually you'll get to the next screen, which will show your current charging session stats. And that's it. We're officially supercharging. You can verify that by looking at this green glowing lightning bolt in the upper right hand corner that verifies that we have a connection and we are charging successfully. All right, you can see now we're starting to charge after setting it up in the Tesla app and telling it where we were, and we're going 16%. It says about 40 minutes for us to finish our charge, which we have it set at 80%. So it's going to go up to 80, and I have a trip up to Tampa tonight, so I do want to charge it right up to 80. All right, we're nearing the end of our session here. This took about 45 minutes to dump about 65 kilowatts into the battery. You can see as we approach 80%, which is where I have the car set to stop, that it's going to cost about $36. It is a little bit cheaper if you're a member. I don't know if it's needed. Depends how often you charge at Tesla Superchargers, but it is an option to give you a little bit cheaper rate. All right, we're all set and the session has stopped. The app is telling us that it's completed, and it's also telling us how to disconnect our adapter and charger from the car. So we'll do that next, and then we can be on our way. All right, your mileage may vary, but I found the easiest way to disconnect it is to do it as a pair. So that's by pressing the button that's up on the top there. And you're just going to push down the button on the top that's on the adapter itself and pull it out. Once you've got it out, you can then disconnect the Tesla Supercharger adapter from your CCS adapter. To do that, you're just going to press the button on this Supercharger adapter, pull them apart. Then you can hang the Tesla Supercharger back up and be on your way. All right, guys, that's really all there is to charging your non-Tesla vehicle at a Tesla Supercharger. Pretty easy. Hope you like this video. I'll see you guys on the next one.